Hey guys, give me a second. Today we're gonna be again doing this. Main. How are you guys doing? How is life? Let me just start stuff up here. How are you doing, Leo? How are you doing, Spam? Ad? What ad? You mean what I pasted here, or you got an ad from Twitch? Oh, you got an ad on Twitch. Well, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Let me actually just make sure that that's turned off. I didn't have an ad. Okay. No, everything's disabled here. I mean, I don't know what this is. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anything else to disable. So if you're getting ads, that's, I've never turned off. Ads were never turned on this channel. So I'm not sure what you mean. We never had ads. So if you're getting ads, then, oh wow, I didn't know this exists. Wait. Let us help you inform your community about additional benefits that you give to subscribers by selecting one or more bonus benefits. Wow, actually this would, no, but this would be useful. Like if I could customize this, maybe this could get more people to subscribe, right? But that's not sufficient, right? I wish, yeah, so they should really do a little bit more here, right? Because, you know, now I'm trying, I do prefer Patreon, right? But most people don't know that, right? It's most people are not watching me the way that you guys do, right? People come see the stream and they subscribe. They don't know, right? That what I prefer, right? They come here, they see something like, okay, this guy doesn't completely suck, right? So let me give him a sub. So, but I do prefer Patreon because, and all of you guys should also prefer that, because technically, almost that little money that you still spare, right, that you give, goes actually to me, not to Twitch. This way, 50% goes to Twitch, right? So yeah, this could be Matty, my friend. Here's Matty. But we have patrons now, and we have Matty. Matty right now is the biggest patron. He subscribed for like $25 a month. And then we have another guy for 10 euros a month. So it's fine, right? I mean, if we can get 4 more people, then I'm gonna start this monthly kind of private lessons. So we need a group of 5 people to subscribe for $30. And then we're gonna do like we're gonna have a monthly workshop, basically. So we're gonna meet 1.5 hours, 1 session a week. So basically 4. So that ad that I'm trying to push there, that's what I'm trying to do, right? And I think that could be super fun, and also super cheap, like super cheap. Okay, well, anyway, so I did a lot of work off stream last night with Luigi, and I'm having a lot of fun, to be very frank with you. I'm actually very happy that I'm doing this, because this is not just that I'm open sourcing this thing, it's more that I've finally taken time to review all of the stuff I built in the stream, and it's super fun, I wrote a lot of tests last night. So we're gonna, yeah, everything's gonna be, and it is fully unit tested. So you can see we have 56 tests already for Luigi, and so I'm actually looking forward to finish this, release the version 1, and then, you know, use it in Programmer. Basically, we are moving it from Programmer Network, right? It's just use the library itself, right? And then people can truly try to, so every single, you know, commit that you would contribute to this, you would contribute actually to Programmer Network. So that's also pretty awesome, right? Because so yeah, so I've been smacking this. There are a few things here I need to actually do. So yeah, we're gonna be working for a couple more days on this for sure, and I'm gonna also be working on it off stream as well. This is gonna just to be an npm package we're gonna install, right? Like all other packages, right? So it wouldn't connect anything, we would just install it, right? Okay, so before we continue doing stuff, and hopefully we're gonna have people who have questions today so we can chat. I actually want to see, so basically I need to style the preview screen a bit because I don't like it. You see this table on the dark theme is also like, this is white, I don't actually like that, but they didn't make it easy for us to do so, right? So let's see, let's go to for those of you who don't know, I've created two custom models, LLMs. One is called JanCode1 Debug, and another one Arnold Bizinator. This guy is my kind of co-founder. This guy is my co-founder, virtual co-founder with focus on development and business strategy. And JanCode1 Debug is my compatriot in code. We are sinful together. Okay, so how I'd like to update design of the docs inside the storybook. Limao. Fuck, we need a Limao emoji. Limao. Come on, man. Yeah, but why are you telling me that, man? That's not right. Wait. Let's go to old Google. Update docs inside storybook. Do, my friend. Good day. How are you? All right, never mind. Let's just rely on my own beautiful skills. So yeah, so this is a little bit annoying, right? So how do we, so SB docs, storybook docs. Good, man. My wife took I took a shower, washed my hair. My wife took the Nikolai out. So I'm gonna be with you guys for a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna go back to them and spend the rest of the day with them. And then in the evening, I'm gonna off-stream work on this, most likely. Darius, good morning, man. How are you? All right, so anyway, all right. So yeah, I don't actually know how do we style this, right? Because it's fucking shitty. Let's go, and I suppose that, so yeah, this is how we change the background, and that's fine, right? What if we say some dark gray? Yeah, I'm not so much, right? I'm happy as well, man. Are there any? No, there's no contributors yet, and I wouldn't even advise you to contribute at this point, because I need to first move. I first need to move all the components there. I need to release version 1, and then once I do that, then absolutely, yeah, then I will actually post the official thing on Discord, right? And then we can yes. All right, just give me a moment now, because let me just make sure. Yeah, so that's good. But actually what I changed isn't what I wanted to change, right? Let's just say here red, just so we can take a look at that. So no, it actually doesn't do, wait, color blue. I wonder if we have to restart storybook. I don't think so, no, we shouldn't need to do that, right? Yeah, we don't need to do that, okay, fine. All right, so oops, why did I smack that bad boy there? All right, so let's start here today, and then we see what's happening soon. Hopefully people will have questions and stuff. Thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. So this is the tail. Okay, so that's okay, right? So let's try to say here, let's use the apply directive, apply bg indigo 500. Yeah, that's great. So that works. Sure. Yeah, and then apply text white. Right? Maybe we need to smack. Oops. Maybe we need to do this. Say text red. Come on, text rows 500 just to test. No, okay, it doesn't like the text. Let's see why, but that's probably because we would need to do something a little bit different, right? So that's okay. Then here we can maybe say text. Yeah, Storybook is a design system library. Yes, that's correct. Yes, it's a place where you put all of your components and then define their and then show their state inside of the stories, right? Let me just figure this out because it's unclear why is it not changing some of those things, right? I see. So there's some. So they're using They're using style components most likely, so we can't override this crap. That's the problem, right? And I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. Well, those are different types of tests, Darius, that you're trying. If we get to some end-to-end tests and stuff, then absolutely. So the test that and you will see this stream, we're gonna generate a bunch of tests using ChatGPT, right? So bear with me for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna start doing that anyway, right? But those are different types of tests, right? And you'll see in a moment, actually. Let me just try to. I had this thing on my mind last night. I haven't gotten to it because some of the previews are actually very shitty. So I just want to try and fix that. And I'm just trying to. Never mind. All good. Just bear with me for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get to that. TD. Yeah, TD. Yeah, so we can't override this because they're using... Yeah, that kind of sucks. All right, I'm gonna give up already on this because it's not worth the time for now, unfortunately. And it's okay, right? So when it comes to tests, right? So you can see that I wrote some and generated a bunch of them, right? But the point is, obviously, you want to generate... Today, you should not be writing unit tests or any other tests ever without LLM, without ChatGPT, Bard, or something. So that's just ridiculous, right? So if you're doing that manually, you're wasting a lot of time. I'm going to show you. Let's do more tests, right? So let me show you, like, so this is not a matter of... this is just a matter of common sense at this point, right? So let's take a look at something, right? So let's go to this image selector. So I don't know if last night I finalized this image selector, so but let me just, so I need to do one thing and then, right? So we're gonna actually Spam, thank you very much, buddy. I'm wishing you a great day, man. Have a great one, and thank you for coming, of course. So this is our image selector. Remember, this is the component we built, right? All right. So let's generate tests for this bad boy, right? So this is our image selector. Let's generate tests for it. We're gonna basically go to my Jean-Claude. So let's actually create a new chat in Jean-Claude, right? Jean-Claude 1 debug. And actually, no, where is it? Is it this stuff that I used last night? No. Yeah, so it's this one. So let's give it this, right? Let's give it the types and say test this, right? This is not a matter of should you do it. If you're not doing it, then you're wasting a lot of time. Robotic coworker. Again, one thing in the next year I hope to affect many of you with is that for you to realize that this is not something. This is the future, the present, right? So if you're not doing this, you're doing everything wrong, right? It's not a matter of opinion, it's a matter of simple logic, right? If you are sitting now and writing this crap manually, it's really bad. You should be using the robot, especially for automated stuff like this. Of course, should you just copy paste this and leave it? Of course not. That's not the point. The point is that you generate most of the stuff so that you're not writing it manually, then you change it, adjust it. And robot, as we call it in this stream, is just a million times better at this than any of us, right? You cannot beat this productivity. There's no chance, right? So it would be silly to try that, right? All right, anyway, let's copy this bad boy. Let's go to image selector, image selector.test.tsx, right? And let's see if they're failing. Let's fix this. So yeah, some tests are failing, so as always, let's comment them out and start from top until bottom, right? So let's comment them one by one, comment them out one by one. Okay, so we need to, so the only kind of downside of the modern testing in React, at least, is that there's no this context. There's no context to any reference, so there's no reference anywhere. So you need to kind of shit on your components a bit and suffix them or prefix them with this data test bullshit, right? So that's what we're gonna do. It's not a big deal, I don't care, but just FYI. So you can see here basically that here, in order for the tests to work, we need to give our tests a little bit of help, right? And we'll do something like this. And you can see now my test is failing. Let's press U to update the snapshots as well. But even though, exactly. Okay, so that's great. Let's uncomment them out, and then we'll obviously see, you know, what else do we have to test. So it's not like ChatGPT wrote this and we're good. Let's see what expect the image ID to be in the document. Yes, handle image selection. So let's see. That's great. That's a good test, actually. Awesome. Okay, this one is failing. Let's see why. Because we didn't. Right. Okay. Let's see. Delete icon mock. Okay. So this one is basically failing is because it can't find the delete icon. So if we go basically to our implementation, right? Where is the handle delete? So somewhere there we must have an actual delete icon, right? So image selector on delete. So icon remove circle. So I already kind of suffixed all of my icons with those types of things, so I can write tests easier. So what did I say that the icon name was? Icon remove circle. Okay, so here we're gonna say, yeah, that's not gonna actually do. So I think if we do icon remove circle, yeah, but if somebody on Twitter says it, it's 100% must be correct. I would not even question that, because everybody knows that the Twitter is a very great social platform for very credible, and very non-hostile as well. It's good, and of course there's no influencers there at all, and able to find element data. Yeah, so that kind of now, yeah, that's the annoying part now a little bit, right? Because now technically we need to and we can't even do that at this point, right? So yeah, because if I go into my actual icon, right, I do have the actual IDs for them, right? So yeah, so maybe, yeah, that's a bummer now, but it's okay, right? So I need to do one thing, so that's perfectly fine, right? Because at the end of the day, no, that's actually good. Let me just go through all of my icons, because now we're establishing this library, and we need to make sure we do things, you know, in a very nice way, right? Yeah, that's super. That's great, right? Okay. And what did we want to do? Yeah, so let's close a bunch of this crap. We just opened too much stuff. Close that as well. Yeah, so over here, where is the test that we are actually, it's failing? Icon selector. Yeah, icon remove, blah, blah. Okay. So this is what we have to do, right? So if we go to the actual component, right? Thank you very much for the follow. So here we actually have to unfortunately add the ID so our tests can actually work, right? So we need to say data test ID, right? And icon remove circle image ID, get by test ID. Yeah, that should be correct. Enable to find element by icon remove circle 1. Okay, interesting. Icon remove circle. Okay, so that's not the issue. Let's see, data to props. I understand nothing. Let's just say here, data test ID string. Yeah, let's just make sure we add that. So let's see. So that this is, I mean, this is amazing. That's what we want the test to fail until we obviously make it work, right? So let's see why this thing isn't actually finding our thing, right? Handle image deletion on delete type screen, get test by ID. So let's actually see. So it actually doesn't find it. It says mock images 0 of ID, and what mock images is what? Yeah, so 1. Icon remove circle. Are we also using the same thing in the component itself? Let's see. Icon remove circle. Icon remove circle. Image.id. Okay. If I actually go to, if we go to the storybook, right, and try to inspect one of those bad boys, right? I wonder, is it because of this state, right? Because, you know, this, so basically the component itself, so we need to somehow probably trigger the hover, right? So yeah, so let's, yeah, so most likely that's the issue, right? Let's go to back to our Jean code van debug, right? In order for the remove icon to be visible, a user has to hover over the image. Can we somehow programmatically invoke hover using vtest or whatever, right? Because I think how hard would you rate JavaScript for a beginner? Well, that depends really on what level, right? JavaScript is a great first language to get you started on a tangible, building tangible things, right? So unlike C, you know, I started with Pascal and Cobalt and C and C++. For me as a kid, it was very difficult to, at times, make sense. What the hell am I even doing? Why am I building this terminal application past 3 months, right? So I think JavaScript is great, but as long as you very quickly try to merge it together with CSS and HTML and create something that you actually can see, right? And there we go. Because right, Yeah, but this was in 2000 and something, right? 2000 maybe 5 or 3, or right when I was, well, I'm 35 now, so how long? Maybe when I was what, 15 or less, right? But I did Pascal more than COBOL, yeah. Did Pascal, first application I ever built, actually, no, was it in Pascal, or was it, I think it was either in C or Pascal, and then PHP 3, Visual Basic 6, those were my first kind of, no, Pascal is a nice language, man. There's a bunch of Dell machines. There's a bunch of Dell machines still written in Pascal, right? So don't Pascal is not a, like, the biggest problem with especially younger people is that you think that if something is old, it's bad. But actually, if you take a look at some of the older languages like Pascal and C, right? I mean, look at this, right? This is not an ugly language, man, right? I mean, there's an assumption that because something is new, it's suddenly like better, but it's not true, man. Pascal is a very nice language, right? I mean, I would still write Pascal over many languages today, right? Right? I mean, right? It's just because something isn't hipster. It's same with C. It's same with C++. Those are beautiful languages, right? And they're very constrained. They're not filled with garbage, right? Go is a great example of a modern language that's kind of designed with mentality of an old language, like, right? So yeah. But yeah, that's that's how it is. Okay, so this is how we simulate mouse enter using this testing library, right? All right, let's see. Next test. Let's see if this one works. Let's update the snapshots. Do we actually have a snapshot for this snapshot? Okay, we do. Beautiful. And then let's uncomment the last one. Does it pass? Yeah, okay. And then I like to keep those snapshot tests always first in the list, right? First here. Well, Go is just easy, right? The main selling point, besides of course concurrency and efficiency of Go, is that it's a very dumb language in an amazing way. So not in a it's a very constrained language with yeah, you know, they have idiomatic Go. So right, so idiomatic Go, well, this is not an official resource, right? But you can go and read effective Go. So it's such a beautiful language from all perspectives. Beautiful documentation. You never need to buy a book or a video, whatever. If you want to learn Go, you come here and this is all you need. You don't need anything else. And they tell you also what's preferred way to do things. Unlike all of us developers who are actually biased always in the ways that we like to do things. Each and every single one of us, we have our own ways. So if you want to learn Go, it's very straightforward, right? You go to the Go website, you say learn, and you don't install actually anything. You take the tour of Go, maybe one stream, we can do this together, and this is where you start. This is all you need. If you have the patience to read this, so you don't need a Udemy 43-hour course, right? You come here, you read, you go next. Here you have the interpreter, right? You can basically run all of your code. You can run it. I mean, why would you install what? If you're just starting with a language, you just want to start, right? You don't want to be setting up GoPath and stuff like that, right? So you can start here. Yeah, right, you're in the learning phase, but you can install it, of course, as well. I mean, JavaScript is a beautiful language, so it's not the issue isn't with the language. The issue is with I mean, people forget one fundamental thing. JavaScript is a browser language, right? JavaScript has to run in every single browser, almost, or to say in every single one of them. So it's a hard challenge, right? All languages which are running on the operating system level, they're constrained to that system. Anyway, okay, so let's be careful not to. Okay, so that's great. So we have this now tested as well. And actually, only thing that I wanted to also try today is setting up those controls in Storybook, right? So it's basically almost like an end-to-end thing. You can set up those action or sorry, those controls. No, not the controls. Wait, is that what I wanted? Interactive controls. Yeah, exactly. So I basically wanted to set this up so so it basically when you come to a store, it can be interactive as well, right? Custom controls, matchers, fully custom arguments, dealing with complex values, annotations. Yeah, we already got those from the docs, I suppose, right? Specific internal blah blah blah. No, I don't care. Disable controls, resulting conditional controls. Nah, I don't actually care. Filtering controls, sorting controls. Okay, never mind. All right, so great. So yeah, so we have the tests for this bad boy here. Let's go cd. Let's say cd programmer network eg. Let's run the format. Let's run the lint just in case. And let's push this. No, this is not it. So it's this. We have the snapshot as well. Yeah, that's correct. Types. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Bootcamp. I used to teach at a bootcamp for 5.5 years. I do recommend the bootcamp. Yes. 4,000 whatever euros, dollars is nothing. That's not a lot of money. Even if you don't get a job after bootcamp, that's not a lot of money, because what you're paying for is time, not necessarily just the value. So if you have a mentor and some program to work against or towards, then of course it's worth 100%. Are you going to become expert in 6 months? Nobody in anything in life can become great at anything in 6 months, no matter what. Playing billiard or fishing or running, right? So you have to. It's absolutely worth it if your expectations are set in reality, right? Programming is hard. It takes many years to master. But is a bootcamp a good place? Yes, I taught at one bootcamp and I changed the life of many students. Some of them are still every now and then sending messages on LinkedIn like, thank you, Alex, blah, 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 right? So it's absolutely worth it because you're going to have a mentor, somebody to talk to, you're going to have some program to work against. And I mean, 4,000, whatever, for 4,000 is euros, dollars, whatever, right? That's, if you have the money, then it's worth it. If you don't have the money, then the question is irrelevant because you can't afford it anyway. So is it worth it or not? You know, students in the US pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for those fancy schools, right? And they end up doing the same shit like you, building React components, right? So, well, I mean, it's not about programming. Mastery of programming is, this is the fundamental doing. So that's the fundamental misconception in this industry, that becoming a master programmer means writing code. It has nothing to do with code, right? It's same with experience, right? Seniority in this industry and in most industry applies to the projects, to the experience. You know, I've been building products for 15, 16 years now. So when I say that I'm senior, that's what I mean. I don't mean I can write hooks in React or I can build APIs. I mean that I have so much experience already that I've built and seen so many things, and that's why I can provide more value than somebody who didn't do that. So when you say mastery of anything, we don't mean, oh, this guy knows React so well, hence he's senior. You're not senior by the technology. Your seniority or juniority isn't defined by the level of competence you have in a stack. It's defined by way broader types of skills than just that, right? So that's why if you see someone who's been programming for a year and it's like, I'm a senior, like, dude, you're a baby, right? You have a long way to go, and that's fine. But so mastery is defined by experience as well, and not just, you know, oh, I know this thing. Who cares, man, what you know? That's not the point. The point is how much value can you contribute out of your VS Code. If the only value you're providing in your work is what you write in VS Code, then you're still very green. You're still you have a long way to go. So seniority is related to experience, to the value you're providing, not just in your VS Code, you're providing by input to other things, providing value to other teams, enabling other developers, helping them. And when you see that people are slowly coming to you, then you're gonna know that you advanced. So when you become someone at your workspace where people come to ask a question, that's gonna define you very much. Hi Alexander, I'm wondering, is Program Network a microservice and hosted using? It's not. I mean, it's not hosted on Kubernetes yet. I can actually show you how it's hosted right now. There's no point hosting it on Kubernetes, right? I mean, we don't have that traffic to need multiple servers and distributed system and stuff like that, right? Is it a monolith? That's questionable. I think, depending how we would define a monolith or microservice in this context, right? But this is the programmer network infrastructure, right? This is what I did on Hetzner. So as you can see, I'm hosting everything on a single server on Hetzner. And then there are a bunch of components in there. We have a Hetzner firewall that only allows traffic from Cloudflare IP ranges, internal Nginx, mostly for the cert bots, so it renews SSL certificates for those internal services. Then we have Grafana, Prometheus, and a bunch of other Docker images for various types of things. We have the Grafana, we have the Fastify API, we have the Postgres and Redis. So basically, essentially, I have a Grafana stack that I set up for alerting, monitoring, logs. So here, every day when I wake up or if I come back from work, I come here and say, hey, has there been any errors on my API past period, right? So this enables me to fix bugs that happen to you guys, right? Then, so for example, you're asking about Kubernetes. There's no point for Kubernetes. If you take a look at my server load, right, its CPU is at 6%, memory used is less than 9%, because I have 16 gigs of RAM, I believe 8 cores CPU, right, and stuff like that. So it's going to be a long time, if ever, that programmer networks needs high availability and all of the fancy stuff. And if we ever reach that point, then I would instantly switch to GCP. I would not be hosting infrastructure myself. That's a huge waste of time, because users don't come to your website and they say, wow, this website is so great because it's hosted on Hetzner manually. Nobody says that. People don't give a shit. People expect the service to work. Nobody wakes up and says, wow, I'm so grateful that my internet is fast today. Those things are very implicit and expected, and nobody gets excited that because your website works fast. That's considered, that's expected. The only issue is when it doesn't work fast, then it's an issue, right? Yeah, I started building a course on Kubernetes. Yes, I started building a course on Kubernetes, but no, this is our infrastructure current. This is what I built. This is again still not deployed, but that's what it is, right? But yeah, as you can see, the server load is very low. If I go to the actual API, right? Sorry, if we go to our API, you can see that on average there's like 6 requests per second, right? So you can see that the CPU is very low. This is a event loop lag that's irrelevant. We can see some spikes here, 60 milliseconds, right? So you can see memory is also low, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, there's no need for crazy things yet, right? All right, well, back to the front end. But great questions for sure. All right, so what else do we want to move into Louis GUI, right? So we're building this now. We're open sourcing our front end from Programmer Network. So that's what we're going to be doing next couple of streams, I predict, because there's more things to be moved and stuff like that, right? Is this it? Yeah. All right, so let's keep on going. Let's see what else could we do. So core, spinner, text overline, typography, social, reactions. Reactions look like, yeah, this looks like something we can quickly turn into TypeScript and also move to our library, right? So let's go source components, let's reveal in File Explorer, and let's paste this bad boy here, right? So now if we go to reactions as a kind of generic process source, very defined step-to-step process. So we're gonna say index tsx, we're gonna turn the stories into TSX, right? So we need to make sure that our library is fully tested and also has all the stories and stuff. So we save this bad boy, and then we Jean code van debug, right? That's my private LLM. So let's just say turn into TypeScript and test Jean code van debug. So yeah, so as you can see, we're automating basically this, obviously using LLMs, using ChatGPT clearly. And then yeah, you can also actually I've linked the repository, but right, the Louis GUI is also, yeah, whenever I push to GitHub, I have a CI setup, so it automatically deploys to GitHub pages and stuff like that, right? Where is it? Where are we? Yeah. Yeah, I came with the name in 1 second yesterday, literally. I swear to God. And thank you everybody for your follows. All right, so let's, yeah, so. Sure, okay. So let's go to our new library, right? To Louis GUI. Types TS. Let's put this bad boy here. We'll need to obviously fix those any's and stuff, right? That's not gonna work. Let's functional component, right? How did the ChatGPT call this? No, so we need to prefix things, interfaces with I reaction props, right? That's great. Let's import that, right? We'll do this. We'll do this. It seems we need to move more icons. It's great. Share button. So we'll import that. We're using relative imports, so that's great. Iced coffee. Nice nickname, and thank you very much for your follow. Spinner. Let's import our component icon spinner, and then the heart we don't have. Wow, we have a new sub. Thank you very much, Minno in Staken. All right. No chance pronouncing that. Broken heart comment. Okay, shit. This is a comment icon. I see. All right, no worries. That's great. So let's fix it up. I'm so happy we're doing this. Jesus Christ. Okay, so what we need: a broken heart, common heart, and share. So we'll change those icons. We're gonna get rid of those hearts. I've realized that we should probably get thumbs up and thumbs down. Actually, let's do that right now, because we're gonna be getting rid of those hearts. It doesn't kind of fit ours. And guys, just don't forget, please sign up and actually Programmer Network, right? Don't forget to, because this is a live platform, right? So you can already. So let's say thumbs up. Can I do that? Yeah, that's great. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's find something that we like. Can I say upvote instead? Yeah, maybe upvote, downvote, like on Stack Overflow, right? I think that's maybe better. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or upvote and downvote? What do you guys think? Man, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for the kind words. I'm happy that I triggered that emotion. That's always good. That's why I stream, man. I do this for fun. So hearing that always makes me come back to stream more. So thank you, buddy. Upvote, right? Okay, let's do a poll. Wait. Thank you, everybody. There's the poll, guys. If you have a second, please let me know. What do you think we should do? And don't share your opinion in chat. I just want other people to not be influenced by you. Fuck, I wish we can do those polls so people don't see what others are choosing. Because I feel polls are always biased. When majority of people see what others are choosing, then they are eager to click that as well. Alright, well, it's clear already. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll leave that for more people to click, but it seems... This is how they do it, yeah. I don't, yeah. And how is it currently in production? We have the hearts like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, upvotes seem to be heavily asked for, right? Yeah. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, well, that's what it is, fellas. That's what can I do? I mean, you said it, right? So yeah, let's grab those icons now, right? Let's move it to Louis GUI, right? This is Louis GUI, yeah. So let's go to icons. Let's say here icon arrow up 1, because actually, let's call it like this. Icon arrow up. Right. Let's do this. Then we'll do the same with the arrow down, right? We'll see, are those ideal icons? Who knows, right? Probably not, but let's not spend half an hour choosing for the icons, right? That makes no sense. So let me just store this here. So, or actually just so we know what's the name of this one, so we can find the one that's of the same, just down, arrow down. Baseline arrow drop. Can I find it like this? Maybe. Yeah, okay, beautiful. This one, okay, super. So let's do that, right? And yeah, we're gonna do the same, right? Pretty much the same. So we're gonna say icon arrow down TSX. Super, so the poll is there, great. And yeah, we're gonna do the same, icon arrow down. We'll clean this up. And we actually know we still need to do one thing with both of them, and then export default, right? We'll import this, but I think we also need to do 2 or 3 more things, right? So we need to do this. We need to do this, right? And then we need to give it an ID, just like just for the tests, because once we start testing this component, now we'll need this. So we're gonna say icon right arrow down. Let's see if the rest of the stuff is good. I believe it is, right? And then we'll do the same thing in here, right? We'll do this. We're gonna do that, right? Would this be cool to automate, like with the SVGR, like we're already doing? Sure, but who cares, right? I mean, it's not right. Like, does it matter? Probably not. Arrow down. This is arrow up, right? Yeah, super. So I think, is that it? Yeah, I think so. So let's now go to our index here, and let's say icon arrow up, right? And let's say icon arrow down. Super. All right, that's great. Didn't I do it? Ah, I didn't. That's a good point. That's what we forgot. Let's go here. I think we removed it from. Yeah, great, super. Thank you. And yeah, let's now go to Yeah, so let's write the test now for this, blah, 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 right? So we'll need to fix that. So let's share, okay, let's say here, arrow up, icon arrow up. And then here we're gonna say icon arrow down. And then we have a comment icon, right? So let's go to Programmer Network. We're gonna actually comment. So let's actually go to source assets, icons, ABCCC comment. Yeah, this one, right? SVG comment. All right. And we need to do the same. And then we might find another one also in the future. So we're gonna say icon comment TSX. Icon comment. And then we'll pretty much do something like, yeah, actually let's just do this. What? Ah, I see. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, we need data ID, I think, right? Come on, Copilot, you can do it. Data. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's also good, right? We don't have that stuff. And then let's go over here and say icon comment. Have that now as well. So go into reactions, right? Let's close useless stuff. Comments. This should be icon comment. Great. Okay, super. It's called Error Lens. The extension is called Error Lens. It's a VS Code extension. And then we have share button, which we already transitioned to this library, right? So on air, my pleasure, man, my pleasure. Let's just print something here and we'll figure out what it is that we actually want to do. Cannot find name share. I guess share is the icon. Yeah, share icon. Okay. So that's what it is. That's how it is. Let's do it. What can we do? Share. I suppose we have it. Yeah, here it is. So I think one more and then, so icon share TSX. And yeah, we'll pretty much do the same crap, right? So we'll just do this, do this, do this, do that. Call it, yeah, icon share. Get rid of this bad boy, and then here we'll say, yeah, data icon share. I think that's all we have to do, right? Yeah, and yeah, going back to this bad boy, now we can say here share icon share. Ah, we didn't export it yet. Give me a second. So icons, right? Now this is the stories over here, right? So here we're gonna say icon share. Super. Close that, and again try icon share, and then that should be great. Super. Okay, so technically almost now. Do you know a trick on how to focus on only, I mean, what do you mean a trick, right? You just have to focus on one thing. I mean, yeah, right. It's what can I tell you, right? You should be building things, right? Your focus shouldn't be on programming languages. Your focus should be on building things, right? Your focus is in the wrong spot, right? That's like saying I'm focusing on shovels. Hey, Alex, should I just focus on a jigsaw or a shovel this weekend, right? You should focus on building things, right? So, actually, yeah, okay. So going back here. So we also want to change that slightly a bit, yeah. Yes. And then here we'll do this, right? So let's actually see if those stories are actually rendered or if they're failing. So if I go to the storybook now, so we moved a lot of stuff. Where's the reactions? Where did we, is it under components? Yeah, so let's say here components, reactions. So if we refresh this, yeah. Reactions. Yeah, here they are. Okay, so here is our reactions, right? If we focus, so here we have the arrows. Okay, cool, that's good. So we can actually see it being rendered. We need to fix those types now and be more specific there, but so let's see where icon arrow down. So yeah, let's maybe increase the size of those icons. Icon arrow up. Let's focus it more, right? So we have the share thing. That's great. We have the number of comments. So yeah, so still, let me just play with that a bit. So it's still a little bit strange. Let's reset the zoom. Okay, so what happened now? Let's see. Those SVGs are behaving slightly strange, or is it the... Of course you can ask a question, man. That's why I'm streaming. If I didn't want you guys to ask a question, then I wouldn't be streaming. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird, but let's see, how is the flex done in here? Okay, I see. Okay, so that's fine, right? I recently finished my master's degree in law, but have developed a keen interest in programming. After careful thought, I've been decided to shift my career. After careful consideration over the past 2 weeks, I've decided to make a career shift towards programming. But that's a statement. What is the question? Huh.
Basement dweller alert. Welcome Ghost _
Well, I mean, I worked for 5.5 years as a mentor, right? So I've spent many years teaching professionally, right? So if this is my LinkedIn, by the way, if you want, you can follow me as well. That's the only social platform besides but yeah, so if I scroll to my experience, right now I work at Dream Data, as you can see, as a tech lead, but I've spent many years teaching at Thinkful, right, at this bootcamp. I think yeah, I think bootcamps are great. I think generally you're going to save yourself a lot of time. Are you going to become an expert or some sort of a god programmer? Of course not. Again, as I said many times, it takes many years to master anything and to become good at. But should you go to a bootcamp? Yes, or any school, whatever, you just have to study very hard. So you have to study minimum 25 hours a week. That's minimum, but I would say 40 hours a week is probably necessary, right? Play one game. Oh my god, dude, I thought you forgot about me, man. How you doing, my friend? Alternatively, right? And that's what I'm trying to sell myself through this stream with, but a lot of you, most people here are young and most of you are broke. That's why you're probably here asking questions for free. Alternative to a bootcamp, you can save a lot of money for yourself is if you go to Udemy, find some course on Udemy, and then find someone like me to mentor you on weekly basis. So instead of paying, I don't know, 10,000 a year for the bootcamp or 8, you find a mentor and then you follow the Udemy course and then you meet with your mentor, because the main value of bootcamps is the mentor. So the program itself, the curriculum and stuff is usually like any other material, but the value of a bootcamp, right, is a mentor. But yeah, most of you guys here, you're not, I'm selling stuff to a wrong audience. You guys are not, most of you are very young and most of you don't have a job here, and I get that. It's not a critique, it's just how it is. But if you ever are in a different situation, definitely get a mentor. There's nothing better and most productive in life than having a mentor, because it accelerates your learning, and you can even be a senior, and I would still advise you to get a mentor, right? Because mentorship is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You had a lot of things in university. Good, man. Better than hanging out here with me. Okay. This is the component, so we're gonna generate some tests for it now. And yeah, let's fix the types, right? So let's go to the types on like. So let's actually see, because we're transitioning this. You still remember me, okay. Let's take a look at this. Where's the types? All right, so on like, right? On like, reactionable, and this is gonna be the some type, right? So this basically is gonna be, I guess, a record of, can we do something like this? Is that doable? Or string? String, maybe? Maybe this one as well, right? Yeah, because this is a generic component, right? So we can't give it an actual discrete type of what this thing is, right? Because it can be really anything. Any resource that you like is reactionable, right? So reactionable, right? This guy, right? So let's see, likes, dislikes. This is every single open source library we wrote so far, play one game, was in TypeScript. So of course it's a TypeScript, yes. Thank you very much, guys, for follows and all of that stuff. Okay, so reactionable thing is, yeah. If we go to the actual stories in this context, do we actually have it? Reactionable is an empty object, and it can really be anything, right? So how do we? So where is the actual types? Let's maybe just say that it's a record as well, right? It doesn't solve any problems. Yanis, my friend. Dude, shut the fuck up, man. That was so good. That was so good, man. I'm still thinking about it. Yanis, I'm still thinking about it, dude. Yanis is my colleague from work. Super cool guy. A great friend. I unfortunately have to look at his face every day at work. Motherfucker. And I can tell you, not a pretty face. Not a pretty face, alright? Not a pretty face, alright? Like, he literally... Yanis sits opposite to me, so we look at each other for the most part during the day. Not a pretty face, I can tell you that, right? But, you know, the job is paid really well, so what can you do, right? You just have to, yeah. You get what I mean, right? Yeah, we'll need to change this component, I think. We'll need to change this component. For sure, a little bit, because, yeah, it's not very library friendly to say, right? Because, right, it's very specific to... No, I'm just kidding. Yanis is amazing. Very, very nice guy. Super awesome fellow. Okay, so what I dislike about this component now, right, clearly, is that it's called reactions, which is fine. I mean, yeah, so this sort of stuff is actually we'll do that. We'll do that. We will do that, Leo, for sure. We'll do that for sure. I promise. Some metal. I miss it as well. Yeah. Keep in mind that, yeah, YouTube is not useless, right? It's bringing people to the social platform, right? So, yeah. So this is what I don't like, right? So it would be nice if this reactions was more of a composable thing, right? So you can say, well, which reactions do you have, right? Right now it's very specific. It couples this to a comment, right? So yeah, so that's not very yeah. Well, let's shout out to, I think I've learned the shout out here in Twitch. Yeah, there we go. Matisse Tech. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're having a good time. So yeah, I don't really like this. We should probably give this fella a follow as well. Let's do that. There we go. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So yeah, so this is now coupled to reactions, and since we're turning this into an open source library now, right? It feels a little bit disconnected that somebody might want to use this in their project, right? Well, not really. This is very specific, right? Basement dweller alert. Yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. So yeah, so I don't know. So let's not change too much. Let's leave it as it is. But this is, so that's why in the storybook, if you can actually, right? So that's why you can see that in the Louis GUI thing that we're moving to open source thing, right? There's the core components, which are core, which are composable. But then we have components here, which are going to be, I mean, definitely reusable in different projects, but they're going to be a little bit more specific, right? So for instance, yeah, so those reactions, what is the likelihood that you will want to use something like this in your own project, right? That you would need a share, like, dislike, right? Probably very low. What are the reactions that you need the sharing capabilities? Probably high. This is a pretty cool little component, almost like a little library that either copies the URL to the clipboard or uses the built-in browser navigator object if the browser supports it, and then it shows this button. So this is the thing. This is the native behavior of the browser, right? But if your browser doesn't support the clicking on this would basically just copy the thing to the clipboard. Okay, let me read the questions. I believe that my studies in law have significantly improved my analytical intelligence. As a result, I anticipate that this unique background will distinguish me from other innovative programmers. I swear to God that you're using ChatGPT to formulate those questions. I mean, this cannot be that you wrote this. I believe that my studies in law have significantly improved my analytical intelligence. As a result, I anticipated this unique background will distinguish me from other novice programmers once I acquire programming skills. I would like to know your thought on this matter. Do you share the same perspective? Aristotle. Yeah, I mean, I love articulation. So if you're writing this, man, I'm impressed. Keep up. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing articulate, not like those monkeys in the chat. Look at them. Just talking, you know, like 7 years old. So I like this, right? Don't take me wrong. But I hope that you wrote this. What do I think? I don't think anything. Just because you studied law doesn't mean shit. That's my opinion. So many people have studied various things, and law has nothing to do with programming, right? Law is you open a book and you read and then you memorize, right? Programming is a very different type of thing. Programming is just doing. It's a pragmatic, programming is about repetition and doing and building and stuff. So it's two different worlds, right? But will your intelligence and something else help you with things? Have you, you're still fresh maybe from university, so you're still used to learning new things. Will that help you? Of course. But will that differentiate? Like the way that you articulated this sentence, I can already tell you that you have to keep yourself low, right? Because you already are assuming that you're going to be better than others, right? when I read this, I'm thinking this guy probably has a little bit of an ego and he has to kind of narrow it a little bit down. I anticipate that this unique background, first, that your background is not unique. There's probably 100 million people who studied law, right? So it's not unique, just as I'm not unique being a developer, because there are millions of developers out there, right? None of us are actually unique. But I mean, I would never say this sentence, no matter in which context. Why do you give a shit about others? I mean, you haven't written a single line of code in your life. Nothing is distinguish you from anyone because you write. So yeah, anyway, just start it and see if it works for you, man. Don't overthink it. Yeah, that's how it is. Okay, cool. That's how it is. I completely forgot what I was doing. Give me 1 second. My wife is asking me. All right. So we're gonna leave this thing like this, right? So let's just yeah, let's go to the project, right? Let's go to the reactions, and yeah, let's go to our Jean Code Van Debug, the LLM that I made. For those of you, I created a Jean Code Van Debug, and I created Arnold Bizinator. This one is my co-founder, and this one is my compatriot in code. So let's go back to the Jean Code Van Debug thing. Is it this one or is it this one? It's this one, right? Oh yeah, so actually, yeah, I see, all right. Cool, writing tests, yeah. So let's actually smack some tests here in first. Reactions, yeah, so let's say here reactions.test.mdx, so mdx, what the hell am I even saying? All right, beautiful. Am I in the right project? I am. And reactions, yeah. Right, cool. That's great. Other tests, very useful sentence by ChatGPT. Great. And yeah, so let's see. And we need to, so basically we're gonna say here, expect error just in the tests, right? We will, for the tests sake, we are passing wrong props, right? Do you ever do little side projects on stream? We did a couple of streams ago. We did Chat Fusion. We built a software that aggregates chats from all platforms into one. And now, I mean, we're doing Louis GUI thing. I mean, this thing that I'm building now, this is basically, I'm open sourcing this. But do I do other projects? No. I mean, I don't care about that. This stream exists because of Programmer Network. If I would stop Programmer Network, I would probably not stream anymore. So I'm not here to influence you to become a YouTube star or Twitch streamer. I have an insanely good job and I'm doing really well on that end, so I don't care about that. So this is all about the platform I'm building and not about, right? So that's what it is. All right, anyway, so let's see what's happening here. So update the snapshot. Let's see what's going on. What is this guy complaining about? Found multiple elements with the text 2. Let me change to some other shitty music, right? Because this music is cancer for my soul, but I have to find non-copyrighted crap. So let's just find something that's less shitty. But yeah, this is super shitty. Let's do this. Beautiful. So, like disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I love it. It's disgusting. Okay. What did I want to do? Yeah, so let's, yeah, tests. Yes, right? So wait a minute. So screen get text by mock props likes length to be in the document. So, all right, so let's go back here, and now basically we're expecting to find something by the length, but the length is the same, right? So it's saying, hey dude, it's the same. So let's do this because the tests are getting right a little bit messed up, right? So the test now is passing, right? So let's try something else. And we basically, can I just do this for the whole file? Because now we need to explicitly pass things unused. Can I, like, how can I apply this to the whole file? Yeah, I don't actually know. I don't know how to do it, so I'll just do it line by line. If somebody knows, thank you. Okay, what's happening now? Okay, like icon, okay. So, yeah, so what would this be? How did we name our arrow up icon? I guess it's a like icon, so this should be like arrow up icon, right? And then this should be arrow down icon, right? I think so. Arrow up. Oh, icon arrow up. Is that what I wrote there? I think it is. No, it's not. So icon arrow up. Icon arrow down. Okay, that's. I think we fixed that one. Expect spy to be called at least once. Okay. All right, so that's great. That's why we're writing those, right? No, that's fair enough, actually. I wish that most people didn't know English so they can write as good as you. At least those my viewers here. Most of them would be way better off if they used the Google Translate as well. Actually, you know, I should just ban all of you guys and start streaming to some Asian or some Middle Eastern countries that don't know English maybe too well. Then my stream would be exactly as I imagine it. It would be filled with people who can actually type. That would be beautiful. Right, Rebecca, right? I think it's a great plan. Dislike icon, okay? Icon, so yeah, this one, wait a minute. Get text, okay. There's two expectations here, so let me just, okay. Expected spy to be called once. Mock on like. I see. So probably, right? Look, like if I would do this, right? It would probably work, right? Yeah, okay, good. That's exactly what, because this test is a little bit bad, right? So you can only like if you haven't liked already and you're not an author. So this we have to clean up. So we cannot have this, right? Since we're turning this into open source stuff. All right, so has liked is author, right? So it would be nice if we could clean this up so we don't need to pass all these prod. Is author, blah, 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 right? Is liking, is disliking, so... Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, no. Shit, no. So this we can't have, right? Has liked, has disliked, right? So this we have to kind of take out. This we have to take out for sure. No chance we can have this, right? So let's okay. So let's maybe give this guy to because we have the idea. I know what I want to do. Let's see. Can we turn this into a more generic component and lift some of the details to props or similar? Maybe even merge some props into more generic props. Like can can dislike, etc. Right now, the component is coupled with information about authenticated user, etc. Right? We don't want that. Now, this was fine for the programming network right now because this was just used by me. So I can make those mistakes under quotes because it's, but now we're kind of making this, opening it up, and I cannot expect you to have a library that expects authenticated user ID. That makes no sense, right? So let's fix this a bit, right? We need to improve that. Yeah, super, good. That's why this process of moving it to Louis GUI is good, because this is gonna now enable me to clean up our own UI and the front end and stuff and test it and stuff. So really good. Yeah, it's gonna take us a couple of streams to release the version 1 and then install it in Programming Network and then you know, finalize all of that, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, all right, wait. Jean-Claude Van Debug. All right, come on, you can do it. You can do it, bot. So yeah, I like that. It's just so many props, so we need to then think a little bit more. I mean, yeah, it's okay. Comment count, like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's okay, right? I don't actually know. It's just... because this is also unnecessary, right? Because if you have already liked, then we know that you can not like again. Likewise, if you have already disliked. So let's try to go back and forth with our compatriot here, right? Aren't some of those mutually exclusive? Meaning, if user has already liked, we know that he can't already like, and vice versa. With that said, do we really need 4 attributes? Come on, Jean-Claude Van Debug, why are you so slow, man? Yeah, exactly. See, I have to tell Jean-Claude Van Debug to code. Come on, man. All right, so we narrowed that down slightly, right? For sure. So we improved it. Exactly. What a waste of time. Like such a useless tool, right, Rebecca? right? Like I mean, I have to spend here, you know, 3 seconds. 3 seconds, right? Like, what a useless tool, man. Unbelievable. Like, it's so bad. Like, instead of giving me everything that I'm thinking about and assuming what I want, I have to kind of think myself, and then I have to copy paste this code, right? And then, you know, like, come on, man. Is it even useful, right? Like, I have to wait now for 10 seconds to click copy code. Pfft, shitty tool, man. It's not even worth it. I don't know why I'm even using it, right? Unbelievable. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Google Translate has gotten super good, man. I think I'm gonna stop programming until ChatGPT comes out, and then I can just copy paste everything. I can just tell it what to build. I think, would you guys agree that that's way better, right? I think so, right? $100%. Exactly. I mean, that's truly what I actually want. I just want to tell it, hey, can you actually do all this work for me, please, right? Like, otherwise. Okay, it actually fucked up. Why did it fuck up? It literally fucked up. Why did it do that? Wow, okay. Jean-Code Van Debug, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, dude? Why you're not perfectly giving me what I'm thinking? Oh, we have likes in this case. Okay, to the defense of the bot. No, the bot is right. The bot is right. I wanted to kind of, at least, you know, act like I'm smarter, but the bot is correct. The bot is correct. Let's face it, right? That's what it is. That's how it is. Okay. The entire JSX, please. All right, so hopefully in this iteration we'll finish with this one, give it different props, and it's more generic, and then we'll see if there's anything. Is there anything more we can do? But Drev, my friend, good evening, good day. Sorry, it's actually very much a day here. Yeah. So yeah, so this is kind of better. Share URL. Yeah, I don't actually. Yeah, we'll see about that in a second. But it's a very kind of it's a very specific component itself, right? So yeah, we can't make it fully, and we shouldn't make it completely composable, right? Comment count, likes count, dislikes count, comment count. Yeah. Jean-Claude Van Debug. Jean-Code Van Debug. Come on, man. We can do it. Beautiful. Super. That's great. That's great. Okay. On share click is defined but never used. What a useless tool. I didn't even use that. Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me, bro? On share click. what did I use that for before? On copied, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we'll actually change that, right? On navigate comments, what is this? Really? Are we using this crap? Wait. Okay, well, good that we're not, so that's great. So has this like likes count. This comment count. Yeah, let's put that fella over here. Is this liking? Is liking? Share URL. Let me just see what else could we do here, right? Yeah. All right. So let's move this fella over here. Yep. The test should be failing now, I suppose. I hope so. Yeah, they are. And yeah, basically the props now are, so let's say likes count, and I guess this is now a number, 12, dislikes 22, right? Yeah. Comment count, yeah. Wait, this should be dislikes count, right? Is author is authenticated. So this is what we basically wanted to clean up, right? So it's no longer coupled to that. So what else are we missing now? We're missing has disliked false. Let's say has liked true. So hey, and then we can create multiple stories off of this, so we can see various states. On share click, it's a little bit awkward that it's mandatory prop, but whatever. Let's go to storybook. So you can see this thing is now highlighted because of has liked true, right? So let's create a few more. So let's say here const. Yeah, right. And then we can. Yeah, we can actually do something like this. And then what we can do, I suppose, we can say here, turn template, right? Actually, this is, yeah. Come on, man. Jesus Christ, dude. How do you... Yes, we do use Redux in Programmer Network, yes. So basically we want to... yeah, but we don't want to bind now, right? We pretty much want to... So do I actually have to bind here? Can I just say has liked... Actually, you know what? We're not going to do it like that. So let's just make a step back for a moment. No need really to do that. So what I'm actually going to do, I'll shit. Come on, Alex. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. And yeah. Right. Okay. Args, right? And then yeah, let's play with those. So let's say here has liked. Let's say here yeah, has liked. Let's see here so here we're gonna say has liked, false, has disliked. Let's just create a couple of stories, right? So we can see them working. So if we basically go to the storybook, hopefully, where is it? Reactions, right? Yeah. So yeah, has liked, has disliked. Yeah, this actually shouldn't, yeah, so that's actually fine, right? So we can see that it works. If you have already disliked or liked, you can't actually hover over that and do it again, so that's good. Should we maybe do not allowed or stuff? I think we should, right? So maybe not, so cursor not allowed, right? Cursor default, I see. That's what I did, okay. So maybe we should do cursor not allowed, right? And then if you have liked already, you cannot click that. And then here you also can't do that. Sure. Comments, yeah, this is just a comment count really, so it doesn't do anything. So should this be cursor pointer? Probably not. Just for now, because how is it in production? If I... Yeah, I don't think that we're using that even in production for going to the comments or anything, right? No. Okay. So that's great, right? Sure. Now we probably should fix the tests, right? So mock, so yeah, so we need to, so this is basically gonna be likes, yeah, so we need to update the props now here. So we're gonna actually do something like this as well, I suppose, right? So let's say mock props, and then, yeah, we don't actually need any of that, right? And then here we're gonna say mock dot, right, likes count, and let's say dislikes count, right? So we no longer do it as we did before. And let's now do this. So that test is now passing, right? Earth Bees, thank you very much, buddy. Let's do this. And that seems to be passing. Let's see. So icon arrow up, fire click on like to have been called. The thing is, right, we need to do this a little bit different, right? So let's write more useful tests, because this is not useful right now. Handle like and dislike clicks. Well, this is not really a useful test because you can click sometimes, but sometimes you can't, right? So basically, if you have already liked or disliked, you can see. So we need to make sure to do that. Handle likes and right? So like icon. So let's say here should handles like in case user hasn't liked already, something like that, right? So here we have to say has liked is false. And then we'll do the same, right? Just for, because if this is true, now this should fail, right? And it doesn't fail, so that's not good, right? So that's, you can see this, so this is now useless, right? Because like icon fire, so this event shouldn't fire if you have liked already. So let's see, and that's the whole point of tests, right? So has liked true. So I get blah blah, we fire this event, and then we expect onLike to be called, and it shouldn't be called, right? So that's a problem. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, right? So this is the problem. So this fella has messed it up a bit, right? Share button, wait a minute. Share URL, no, that's not it. Icon arrow up, yeah, this one. Yeah, so you can see this is obviously not correct, right? So here, this should only be like if you haven't, so if you haven't liked already, this is not correct, right? So now the test should actually fail, right? Yep. So if we get back here, if I say this to set this to false, now the test should pass, and it does, as you can see, right? If so, we actually need to, so yeah. And yeah, we need to do the similar test explicitly saying that it shouldn't have been called. So handle like in case user has already liked, right? So here, if it's true, then here we have to say to not have, what was it, to right? Did I use display things somewhere else? Let me see. Maybe that's not the way.
Welcome to mail_kill23.
Yeah, but is this how we negate it? To have been called. Yeah, maybe we can use this. Thank you everybody for your follows. So maybe to have been called 0 times, right? Yeah, so it has been called. So that's super strange. So wait a minute, why? Reaction has liked, icon arrow up. Yeah, so it shouldn't be, right? So that's the problem, right? Where is that arrow? Blah, blah. If it hasn't been liked, unlike, otherwise undefined, right? It hasn't liked, right? Yep. Super strange, super strange. Give me a second. So that's good now. So yeah, this is indeed failing, right? Reactions mock. Props has liked. True. Like icon, get it by icon arrow. Yes, fire event, click. BCG, good day, buddy. Yeah, that's a little bit weird, right? It's almost like those two tests are somehow related, like yeah, I don't actually get it. So why is this? So this should be working now, right? Unless somehow the context between those tests is shared. Thank you, everybody. It had been called 0 times, but it has expected spy to be called, yeah. So why, I wonder? yeah, so now it works, right? So let me ask the bot. Yeah, maybe it's getting reused, exactly, right? I'm also, yeah, that's a very good point, right? Well, but why does it matter, man? Will it replace it? I don't know why is the internet so obsessed by something replacing something else, man. Why does it matter, right? I genuinely don't get it, right? You get what I mean, right? I mean, who cares, right? If it's gonna replace it or not? Why is that important even, right? Okay, so this is gonna... I mean, things have been replacing React for 10 years now, right? Like, I think I think it's the time that people stop asking those questions, right? Will X replace Y? Who cares, man? Like, if you like something, use it. If not, don't use it, right? If it gets replaced, then we will learn something new, and then, right, why would it replace it? What is the value of that tool? So what exactly is value of those things? Why would now I be eager to change, right? I think those are more rational questions than will it replace it. You have to start with more rational questions, engineering questions, than will it replace it, right? Replace what? Why? Right? Why would it replace it? That's like reminds me of World of Warcraft as an MMO being replaced past 20 years. This is gonna be the WoW killer. It's the same with those types of questions. Who cares, man? Like, same with the game. If you don't like the game, don't play it. If you find something better that suits you and you can convey that to other developers and your CTO that there's some value, then switch to it. But this constant childish battle between will this replace that, who gives a shit, man, if it's gonna replace it, right? I mean, why is that even important, right? People are still writing languages written 40 years ago, right? 30 years ago. So they're not asking those questions. They're going to work building products, making money for their businesses, right? So, I mean, who cares, man? Okay, so that's it. Okay, good. So basically we need to clear, before each test runs, we need to clear we need to generate a new reference to a new function, right? So that's great, right? Super. And then we want to copy paste those two tests, right? And then pretty much we say has this liked, right? Okay, that's great, right? Okay, so and the reason why test is failing actually is good because we don't have the logic, right? So we have to, right? So here we have to do the same, right? If, right? And now the test should actually pass, right? So that's great. All right, so I think, yeah, so this component is pretty stable now, I think. Let's go back here, actually. So yeah, that's not disgusting at all, I think. I mean, maybe, yeah, some of those icons we could maybe, let's just spend 2 minutes, 1 minute. Let's just go to icons, right? Let's say share, right? Let's see if we can kind of do something better while we're still there. This one is okay. I don't dislike it, but let's see. Share. Why working? What do you mean? This one is interesting. I'm not sure I understand the question. Why working? What do you mean? Yeah, maybe. I mean, something more square, right? Yeah, let's just try this for fun. Like, who cares, right? Interesting. So where's our storybook? Nah, shit, that's pretty bad, right? Okay, never mind. Let's leave it how it was. I just wanted to try. Just like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, okay, sure. So let's leave that as it is. Are all the tests fine now? They are, I suppose. I wonder if there's something. Yeah, I mean, there's more things we can test, right? There, like, are those things being called? But that's now questionable because what is this target name? Share button. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that there is a target name anymore. I don't think that this thing actually takes as such. So let's clean that up. Reactions, target name. Target name. Yeah, that's on air. Data. Children key uncopied. Target name. Yeah, so I wonder because for this fella here, for the share button component, which is a separate one, we have basically, right, if we show this here in the actions, once I click it, right, we'll get some actual interactions in there, right? Or where was it? Was it here? Yeah, so as you can see here, if I click it, right, we'll get this share thing. But we should also, I wonder if we should provide on copy and props to this as well, right? So when you actually, I wonder if the author of this would want, because we need to, yeah, I think we need to do that, right? So here we have to say on shared. Yeah, definitely we need that, yeah. So we need to do that as well, and I mean, we could technically unify this prop here. So yeah, we can just say on shared. And then here we can also say, no, yeah. So let's say here also on shared, right? But then we can change this interface here. So this on shared is going to actually get a type or an enum, right? So here we can say enum. Maybe share type, and then no, it's gonna be let's just say copied to clipboard. shared. Something like that, right? So here we can then say type, share type, right? And here we'll basically say, I guess we should export this, right? And then over here, we're gonna say similar stuff, right? Oh, fucking chat thing, man. This thing is sometimes just so annoying. 25 gold, my friend. Hi. Shared. Okay. What? Copy to clipboard. Okay, great. So that could be something, right? So we have just one single handler that's gonna give you, hey, has user managed to, because why would you need this? Well, we would need this for the toaster. So now imagine that you basically wanted to, and we do that in Programming Network already. If I go to Programming Network production, right, clicking on this without this being supported, right, will give you a toaster, would show you like thing copied to clipboard, right? Actually, we had 3 people sign up this stream. Okay, fair enough. How are you doing, 25 gold, buddy? How's life? And then we will make this optional. And share URL isn't an optional, right? I mean, right, so, or is it though? Maybe. Something like that, right? Yeah, exactly, 25. Well, exactly. That's the whole point. That's why we need this. So when we actually, because we're generalizing this. So yes, because that navigator thing for some reason isn't there, right? Okay. And yeah, so we wanna. I know that I can, but I don't want to. That's more implicit. This is more explicit. Yes. Handle this like, okay, let's say on shared is called so yeah, so basically here we're gonna, yeah, so here we're gonna say share fire event, share icon or whatever, and then we're gonna say on shared, right? That's how the prop is named now. To be called whatever, what was it to have been called, right? To have been called. Oh, it's not called in shared, it's called on shared, right? All right, so now exactly, yeah, exactly. It's a typo. Okay, great. So that's also working. So, so that's great. That's super. All right, so let's give this, let's give our robot, right, more stories. Also give some text. Alrighty. I mean, there are more tests, right, that we would need for this, for sure. So for example, right, we can clearly see that this is not sufficient. Why? Well, because, right, like if I go to the actual storybook, right, I shouldn't, where is the reactions here? I shouldn't be able to, let's say, downvote below 0, right, or whatever, so, and stuff like that. So, and that obviously in production works. The question is, did we mess this up, and does that still work, right? So let's see. Right, so we definitely have to test that as well, because we can see that this on-click handler actually isn't sufficient, right? We can't dislike pass 0, right? So basically here, let's say const can like, right? And likes count is greater than 0, right? No, so well, actually that doesn't matter. So you should only be able, so this one is great, right? But can dislike, right? And dislike count is greater than 0, right? Something like that, right? And we don't really need actually this, right? Do we need this variable? Probably not as well, but let's go here. So share button, arrow up, and then arrow down. Right here we are saying, hey, well, you should be able to do this if you haven't disliked. And so that's why we actually do need the state, right? So here we need to reverse the logic slightly bit, right? So arrow down, so that actually doesn't make sense, does it? So of course you can dislike pass 0. What the hell am I even saying? Of course that, never mind, forget it. But it's good. But yeah, I mean, of course it can be minus, right? If the initial state is 0, 0 and you dislike, it's gonna be no. So that's actually fine. The only question is, are we? I see. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, I see. So I guess we should calculate that outside, right? Because likes count and discount should only be an integer, a positive number, right? So we don't really need to give that responsibility here. Whoever the consumer of this component should ensure that this count is always positive, right? So never mind. So that's actually good. That's awesome. That's good. We don't actually need to do anything there. Let's see what this guy did in the context of the stories. Let's Let me just see. I didn't learn this shitty syntax yet. It's just annoying me. There's like 16 different ways by now you can write those stories in Storybook. It's super annoying. All right, and let's oh, I see. Is that what I did? Ah, yeah, that's a good catch. Sorry. That's, yeah, I get you. I hear you. I fucked up, right? Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Maybe time to stop the stream soon. Where is it? Stories, yeah. Was supposed to do it here, right? Then this fella is supposed to be reaction props, right? Fucking types, man, so annoying. Yeah, so we're missing this as meta, right? Somebody on YouTube saying hello. Hello to you as well, buddy. Then we need to import the meta from Storybook, I suppose. Yeah. And then we need to do, I suppose, this, right? Wow, it's complaining about things being deprecated, but that's what it is. Reactions, right? Yeah. Liking in progress. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? So this is liking in progress. This liking is in progress. This is when it's basically loading with comment disabled, with comments disabled, with sharing disabled. Artacus, good day, friend. How are you? So what is this with comments disabled? Because that's misleading. We cannot disable comments. So what it is? Comment count 0. Ah, I see. What? Share URL undefined. Okay. So if there's no share URL, it's not showing that thing. I see. Okay. All right, I mean, that's cool, right? That's good. We have a lot of states, and that's fine. Only thing that I dislike is that it didn't use actually any actions, any calls, right? Because that would be useful, right? So let's just tell it that, and then we finalize that one. So here, can you use action a bit from Storybook as well, and call it with each handler that the component has. Did any of you actually start this thing today? If you haven't started, I would appreciate it. And if you want to contribute as well. Yeah, nobody actually started today. Just give it a start, guys. Don't be lazy. All right, so let's go back to this bad boy. Where is it? Yeah. I don't know what the hell are you talking about, but yeah, exactly, right? So this is pretty much what I wanted, right? It's pretty much what I wanted, right? Yeah, so this, right? Yeah, default arg. So yeah, so that's all we need, right? Where is it? Default arg. So, and why did it? Okay, I see. Yeah, this actually doesn't exist on this like on like, and then we want this, right? Yeah. Right, okay, that's good. And then if we go to the actual story, and if we invoke those actions here, interactions, I guess. Yeah, so you can see here now we're getting the actions shared. And this is a, yeah, so you can see now we're getting the events fired, disliked, liking in progress. So yeah, so you can see how deep you can go. That's why the complexity is in those types of components there. So for example, you can see what we just learned, that I shouldn't actually be able to click to upvote or downvote if I'm already actually doing that. Probably I don't want that, right? So let's also fix that. So you can see you can go really, like, there's so many little tiny grid details in here which are actually important, right? So basically we want to say, hey, well, if user is already liking, then you can't dislike, and vice versa, right? So if it's liking, right? So in this context here, right? So here we can say it is liking. So if it's not liking and it hasn't disliked yet, and then here we want to say if it is disliking. So, and actually this should be, wait a minute. No, actually that's correct, I think. Right. But then we also want to write some tests for that, right? So if we go to this fella over here, right, we now have to test that as well. So let's say should not be able to like if it's currently disliking, right? Or to say if, yeah, right. So here we can then say is disliking, right, true. Well, then here we want to say icon arrow up to have been called times 0, right? And that's great, right? Now if I say 1, it should fail, and it does. And same with the other thing, right? So should not be able to dislike if it's currently liking, if the liking is in progress, if you have clicked the like thing, right? So same here, is liking, right? And then arrow down, and then here we want to say dislike icon, and then, and this is actually wrong completely. On shared, no, so this is also wrong. So this should be like on like, I guess. And then this thing should be on dislike, right? So yeah, that's actually not good. Yeah, it's good, right? So now if we actually go to the story, we shouldn't even be able to click dislike. Yeah, so that's another thing. So we need to fix the CSS thing. So if I hover over this should be also cursor not allowed, right? So if we go back to the component, right? So here, cursor not allowed has disliked or is liking in progress. And same with the other thing, right? Has disliked or is disliking, right? So now you can see, because this is loading. Yeah, that's actually not correct. So this is correct. Liking in progress, that's not correct. Yes, I mean, of course, you can always toggle back and forth. Yes, you can like and then dislike later. Yeah, for sure. So wait, default. That's good. Disliked. Yeah, this is not correct. Yeah, but I think this is now because of the stupid props in our, right? So we need to, yeah, because you can see now that, yeah, this story disliked is wrong, right? So let's go to the stories. Let's find this disliked story, right? Has disliked true. Has liked has to be false. They're always one or the other, right? That makes no sense, right? So let's fix that here. Liked, right? true. Let's just be explicit, has liked false, right? And then we go further down, disliked. Yeah, and then liking in progress, because liking is in progress, you shouldn't be able to, but yeah, so that's inaccurate. So let's go and fix it. So I'm hovering over the dislike, which is arrow down. Yeah, that's a little bit weird, right? Yeah, that's a little bit strange, but that's what it is. All right, so now we can actually see that, yeah, so that's good. So you can see there's so many states and we just cover them. So you should not be able to click like on this. Like, so we first fix the functionality. So you actually, there's no handler. So when one of them is loading, the handler is not set, right? So that's what we have here. But then also now in the UI, you can see, hey dude, well, this is happening. So you can't click on that. And likewise, because you're in, I mean, this is happening in a fraction of a second, right? If I go to production, right? You can see if I click this happens instantly, right? If we take a look, but it's still, if the API is slow, whatever, for whatever, you can see like our API responds in like no time, right? In 56 milliseconds, right? But if this was taking 3 seconds, then I don't want you to be able to clicking back and forth. And that also you can say is questionable, right? But that's what we're doing. Okay. So now I think, so we have the tests and I think that's great. That's good. Cool. Tested it. We've done all the stuff needed. Cool. Push it to production. Let's deploy it. Where is it? Actually, let me click the link that I've shared with you in that chat there. Cool. Let's go to actions. Let's see and wait. Let's wait for it to deploy. Reactions component. And shit, we didn't actually run it. Well, that should have been done for me, but no, so that's good. Okay, super. That's awesome. Let's see if the build is gonna pass and if it's gonna deploy it to the actual storybook here in this repository. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Reactions component, storybook is deployed. It's now running the lint and test. So this is also something I should probably fix. The order of this is wrong, so it should first run. So it shouldn't run this concurrently, in my opinion, right? This should run. It should run it synchronously, right? So first it should try to lint and test. If that succeeds, it should then deploy to storybook. Right now, technically, even if this failed, this could have succeeded. So it would clearly be a concurrency issue, right? So that's not cool. But anyway, yeah, so we can see everything's passing. And if we go to louisgui.programmer.network, we should actually see it there. So here's the reactions. Let's move this thing to the bottom of the screen. And yeah, you can also obviously play with all of these props, right? You can increase the count. You can, that's the whole point of Storybook, right? Blah, blah, blah. And of course, I can decrease the count to minus as well. So that's right. But then, as I said, probably the consumer of this component should ensure that this is always an integer and not this component itself. We can do that as well if need be, because, right, like if you come to something that's 0, 0, and then you click dislike, that would be minus, as you can see here, right? But that's, I mean, who cares, right? And then, yeah, we can fiddle here a little bit with the states. So we can see that now that's good. That's also good. Has disliked. Yeah, but those are now kind of mutually exclusive props on shared and shared click, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's super. That's great. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Should I? How long have I been streaming? Where can I read that? 2.5 hours. Any questions, guys? Is there anyone that I can help someone with? Any questions? Any nice discussions? Anybody wants to ask something maybe? Yeah, I think I will round up soon, but not necessarily. It really depends. Like, I think I had enough of this, and I'm gonna do more off stream probably tonight, because I just need to really do this fast and then use it in Program Network so we can continue building actual features, right? But let's see if there's people. Let's see if there's people who actually want to discuss something or need help with something, whatever, right? Yeah, but yeah, of course, as I said, please, everybody, if you haven't already, sign up here. I want to see your name. Platform is obviously in development, but I think many of you could be part of this. It might become something one day, might not, but I think we have more than 1,000 people signed up now. So, and yeah, of course, yeah. And as I said before, I think, yeah, I'm starting this monthly kind of bootcamp type of thing. So we need 4 more people for the first group to start. So if you want to be part of that group, you would have to sign up to my Patreon. And if you want to be part of the first group, you would have to sign up for, where is it? Membership. You would have to sign up minimum for the tier, which is this one here. And then I of course offer one-on-one meetings as well, and that's thing here. I recently made this Patreon, so if you need mentorship and if you want to build something outside of the stream with smaller group of people and want to learn, well, you can go and sign up on Patreon as well. Yeah. I have a comment. When I fill in my interest, I looked for Tailwind CSS, and when it didn't find it, I pressed enter. Now that completed the form for me, which... Yeah, actually, yeah, let's write that down. Let's write it down instantly, right? Give me a second. I'm gonna write that as a comment. Let's go to our boards and let's write it down. Yep, absolutely. That's why I'm streaming, because of comments like that, right? So, because yeah, it's very valuable. There we go. It's here. Let's treat that as a improvement, or I'm not sure if it's not a bug, but let's say it's improvement. Thank you very much, Martakus. That's always super valuable insights whenever you guys share. What's up, Leo? Wow, what? Can we raid someone? I don't care, man. If you want, we can. Like, I don't care. I don't genuinely give a shit.
It's true. You didn't realize it, but it did happen. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Very sorry.
How do I mute this crap?
It is happening. I'm becoming large. I don't know.
It's kind of funny that if I think my stream is always in the top, right? Is it? Yeah, I am in a top row. That's kind of funny. Such a lowly visited category.
I've talked about this a lot since this started happening. We were trying to go from 13,000 subscribers on YouTube to, by the end of the year, to hit 15,000. This is now 361,000.
Top tier. Yeah, that's kind of sad. I mean, the fact that I'm always in the top row here just shows how unpopular this category. I mean, look at those poor guys with 1 viewers, right? Like, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't care about any of this, right? But what is the purpose of raids? Can somebody tell me? I mean, what is the difference if you now go to this view and click on someone? Like, what is the point of those raids? What do they do, right? I mean, you know, I can now raid somebody and you will probably, yeah, but I mean, you can go and click it yourself, right? It's just, I don't see it's just like a lot of this, most of this is video games, right? Help other channel, but does it actually help? Like, if I raid somebody, are you just gonna be watching that person now because I rated it, right? I mean, I'm not against it, it's just I'm genuinely trying to see what the value of this feature is, right? Okay, so if I... No, but I mean, not if you're gonna be redirected there, but I mean, are you gonna actually... Yeah, I mean, but that's not true, right? Because I don't know anyone else, right? I mean, I cannot know that if I click on this guy now and I rate him, does that mean that I'm telling you that you should watch this guy, right? I see. It's just like, you know, how do I know any of those people, right? I don't know them, right? So I might send you somewhere where, right? I see. I just don't watch Twitch, right? Honestly, I see. Well, I mean, we can do that, right? Learning React. Yeah, I don't. I like this guy. This guy looks pretty badass. How can I go there? Artakus, my pleasure, man. Thank you as well, dude. Have a great one. Let me just find something genuinely, right? I don't actually care, man. Somebody give me some name. Just somebody give me whoever and I'll raid. I cannot, right? It's super random for me, right? I mean, I don't know any of those people. Just somebody choose someone you like and I'll do it, right? I don't care. No, I'm not against it, right? It's just silly to me. It's that, I mean, it's like me sending you to some place that I don't know, right? If you have some suggestions, send it and I'll do it, right? It's just super random. Most of these people are building video games and stuff, and that's not, at least what people who watch me are watching, I think at least, right? Yeah, just give me, guys. Find someone. You post it and I'll do it. Just find someone you find interesting if you have anyone and I'll do it. Dimitrovich, my friend, good day. Go find someone and I'll do it. But before, like, but yeah, does anyone need any help? Does anyone need have any questions? Is there something I can help you guys with? Give me 1 second. Camera. Let's maybe try to help a few people here if they need help. So, anything I can do for you guys. And let me turn off the lights. My face is like I'm from heaven. Jesus Christ. All right, anyone? Chicken or the egg, exactly. I might share my curriculum later in public. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Well, I suppose there isn't any questions based on the chat, I guess. So that probably means we should just round it up, I think, unless I'm wrong. Let's wait a minute. And I need to eat. I would have probably streamed a bit more, but I'm super hungry. Super hungry. Do you think that knowing C has been... No, it's not. When is the next guitar stream? Fuck, I mean, we could have done it today. But yeah, it's too late now. I'm too hungry. Yeah, shit, I could have done, because whenever I'm streaming at this time, you know. I mean, we could maybe, if I join the stream later, I mean, I could plug a guitar in now as well, but I'm like super hungry. I didn't have breakfast yet, right? So, but maybe later if I manage to stream again, why not? I think we could do another stream where I could play a bit. Yeah, I would love that as well. I think it's super fun. No, let's wait a minute more. Let's see if anyone needs any help, has any questions, statements, remarks. Otherwise, of course, we'll need to round up. And then we either see each other later or we see each other tomorrow or some other day. But yeah, tonight I'll for sure keep working on this Luigi thing on the library itself. And yeah, that's for sure a plan for this upcoming week. It needs to be published to npm, and then we need to use it. What are you planning on eating? Whatever my wife has prepared. I know that she called me like an hour ago or 2 hours ago asking if I want to eat with them, but I was obviously in the middle of the stream, so it's just a component library that we use for Programmer Network, and I'm just open sourcing it. So it's just components, and it's a Tailwind focused library. So if you go to Programmer Network, all of the UI that I built was built by me, and then now I'm just moving that into Louis GUI so people can contribute and stuff like that. Yeah, I do. My wife is the most amazing person on the planet, so she's reminded of that every day. Do you have good pizzerias in Copenhagen? Yes, we live 200 meters from the best pizzeria in Copenhagen. It's called Sibo. This is arguably the best pizza. This is the best pizza in whole Copenhagen. So this is where I live. I'm approximately here. And this is Sibo, basically. Ah, shit, you're not seeing my screen. Wait. So again, so this is so I live basically, let's say around here, and this is where the pizzeria is. Around the sales, good. So this is it. This is the best one in Copenhagen. It's right on the main beach. I mean, I live by the main beach, and I eat here probably once a week at least, right? Absolutely, of course not. Why not? I mean, why not? But yeah, this is Sibo. Yeah, that's an amazing place. But yeah, that's how it is. All right, guys, let's maybe run it up for today. Thank you for the follows, subs. Again, take a look at my Patreon. I don't know if I have the Patreon link. Yeah, I do. But again, we need 4 more people to start the weekly kind of little bootcamp workshop. I want to start with 5 people. And as you've seen in some of my messages above, you've seen the details. So that's it for now. I might see you later, I might not. I might see you tomorrow, I might not. Let's keep in touch on Discord. But it's been fun, and we did a lot of work. So yeah, I wish you guys an amazing Sunday, and I'll catch you up later. Okay, peace out, everybody. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.